Hey there, guys and gals, it's your boy Jeffrey Sambursky again. Welcome to another Creepypasta reading, and it's a haunted gaming related one. Today we are reading another Nintendogs Creepypasta called Goldie, and I'm going to read this word for word. It's actually pretty good, and I just want to see what Goldie's all about. So yeah, without further ado, let's get reading. I got a 3DS for my 10th birthday. I couldn't wait to buy many games for it. One game I really wanted to get was a game called Nintendogs plus Cats. The commercials on TV made it look so cute and sweet. I really wanted a dog, but it had been my dream forever. The day finally came where I could go out and buy the game. So when I went to my local game shop and darted around looking for the 3DS games, I found it. Nintendogs plus Cats, Golden Retriever and New Friends. It read on the case in big letters. I did not have enough money for this new game, so I had to buy a pre-owned one. I didn't mind as I could just easily erase the data on it. I waddled over to the cashier. She stared at me in the eyes. She had a long, wavy golden hair, and her eyes were vibrant blue. Please take care of Goldie. I tilted my head. Goldie? She didn't speak back. She scanned the game, and I dumped the game in the bag before handing it to me. I gave her the money, and I didn't ask for a receipt, knowing that I would not return the game. I arrived home and grabbed my 3DS, and I couldn't wait. Opening the case with the golden retriever and the little gray kitten on the front, I quickly pulled out the cartridge and put it in my 3DS. I turned it on, allowed a few little barks, and a cute golden retriever puppy hovered at the top of the screen, spinning in circles. I tapped on to the game with my stylus. It took a while to load, and eventually it came on. There were two dogs and a cat. Sonic the Chihuahua, Tittles the Ginger Cat, and Goldie the Golden Retriever. Goldie was the most trained dog out of the two pups. She must have been the past owner's first pet. I cared for them regularly, washed them and fed them, gave them water, walked them, and even trained them. I had done this for about 3 months tops. Goldie loved being the center of attention. I'd try and pet the others, but Goldie would just barge in front, just begging to be pet. She'd steal toys from the others, and even the cat's toys for that matter. Eventually, I would decide it was time for me to get my own pets. It wasn't that I didn't love these ones, I just wanted to make my own, adventures and name them myself, so they could be mine. So I erased the data and the pets were gone. Then the screen faded black. It stayed like this for a while until it switched to 3 dogs in the kennel. There was a golden retriever that looked a lot like Goldie, a white Shiba Inu, and a brown beagle. I petted them all before settling on the Shiba Inu. When I tapped on buy this dog, I saw the golden retriever giving me an unsettling stare in the background. The screen went black again with some really small red words on the screen. EIDLOG. I tilted my head thinking it was just a bug or something. Eventually the screen changed to my new Shiba Inu, which I named Snowy. I took Snowy out for a walk, and it was all good until we got home. I bought her a little wicker basket to sleep in. Snowy plodded over to it and jumped in it before hopping back out and growling at it. I tried to call her over to distract her from the bed, but she didn't come over. Finally, I just gave up. I saved the game and turned the DS off. The next day, I decided to see if Snowy was alright. When I got into the game, everything looked fine until I glanced around. Where was Snowy? I checked around and she was in her wicker basket. There was a dog in there, but it was not Snowy. A transparent version of Goldie sat in the bed. She stared at me for a while, but she didn't look the same. She had human-like eyes and human-like teeth. I panicked and accidentally tapped the diary button. It looked like someone had handwritten some notes. Please look after Goldie. I frantically pressed the arrow to the next page. She's still here. Then the next page and the next. Just because you've erased the data doesn't mean she isn't here. You should have stayed with Goldie. She's still here. I turned my 3DS off quickly without saving. I chucked it across the room. I needed to take this game back, but that's when I realized I didn't have the receipt. I was stuck with this game unless I threw it away or sold it. I wasn't going to throw it away, however, I spent at least 20 euros or dollars on it. I was going to sell it though. Weeks went by and no one bought it, not a single soul. I opened the game up for a while for the last time. Snowy was there, but she was dirty and starving. I had no supplies in my inventory, and so I went to the shop to buy some. The cashier in the game looked like the girl, the one that sold me the game. However, she was upset. Instead of her saying, "Welcome, would you like to buy?" she said to me, staring, not smiling, and said this: "What did I tell you to do?" Everything in the shop was labeled as Goldie. I tapped on the water bottle. The picture had changed to Goldie with no eyes, but still the human teeth that she had before. It kept glitching to that exact picture of Goldie, to the water bottle, and back to Goldie again, multiple times. I bought the items as quick as I could, but when I came back, Snowy stood there. She had no head, and apparently blood spewed out of the neck, which made no sense because there's no blood in the game. A message popped up on the screen, and it read, "Snowy has been taken by Goldie." The game crashed, and I turned it off, packing away the game, shaking. There was a knock on the door. I opened it slowly, only to see my mom. Sighing in relief, I hugged her. She said this: "I have a surprise for you." She sounded excited. I stepped back and she opened the car door, and a golden retriever leapt out of the car. It trotted towards my mom and sat down. My eyes widened as I stared at the dog. My mind changed its sweet, innocent face into the monster I witnessed before. This is Goldie. Okay. Nintendogs Goldie. Possibly true, but most likely false. Now, blood cliches aside, the only cliche I saw aside was the whole, the blood cliche with the whole headless dog of the Shiba Inu, but it's the blood cliche only appeared, at least once. At least once. And it didn't appear to the point where it's, overused to the point where it's just stupid, to overuse the blood cliche. But the other cliche I've been trying to find out is, how does a dog, how is there a picture of a dog, a golden retriever, with human eyes and human teeth? That doesn't make sense. The case point against Smile Dog is pretty fucking creepy in its own way, but this isn't Smile Dog, this is a golden retriever. So, tell me your thoughts on what would I do to make this creepypasta better. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. This is Jeff Samberski signing out.